Hello everyone, today I will present to you something very special, something that has taken me a lot more time than I thought it would. A thorough review of Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood. I am certain that the type of video this is will shift a lot while I write, record, and edit my script accordingly, but I hope the end result will leave you with a video you'll enjoy much more than I did making it. Without further delay, allow us to get into it. So, you might be wondering, what the fuck did I just watch? Well, don't worry, it literally doesn't mean anything. It just looks cool, so the devs wanted to put it in. It was a promotional piece they put out before the game was released, but I guess because it looked nice, they decided to keep it in.
The Wild. The Weaver. And the Worm. Three primal forces from which the world Gaia
Okay, shut up,
springs.
Onawa. Let me explain this to you in terms you'll probably understand. Basically, the Wild is Mother Nature, the Weaver is the hot dilf that finger banged you at his son's wedding, and the Worm is a goth baddie there to fuck your life up. You see, the Wild is chaotic, free, and does whatever the hell it wants. The Dilf is the opposite. He likes things orderly, he wants things to not change because they're good as they are, unlike his marriage. And the Goth baddie just enjoys fucking shit up and causing entropy. Because of this, the Weaver locked her stupid ass in the jar, stasis, and it drove her mad, tired of her ruining his things. Now evil exists and humans in their infinite wisdom feed into the Worm by doing as humans do. Literally everything. How does this affect the Wild? Well, first off, the Weaver wants her ass dead because she's chaotic, and the Worm wants her dead because she wants everyone dead. Probably. Admittedly, it's been a few years since I read up on my World of Darkness lore. If you want a more in-depth explanation, go check Lazar of Stygia's channel. He covers just about every faction within the World of Darkness. Now that that's over, let's get back to what we were playing.
All right. They should be ready now. The best way to get Indran out of the region is to attack their bottom line. We have a plan to convince them there's no profit to be had here. Ludmilla, if you please.
I've recently gained access to the system that controls all the on-site oil pumps. That's our target. We tamper with the pumps and send dummy data to the system to make them think their oil field has run dry.
Will that really be enough?
According to the internal files I got my hands on, they treat unprofitable sites like gangrenous limbs. They'll give this one the chop right away.
In this game, you'll occasionally get these pop-ups. You can determine what Cahal will say, and there's actual differences in how situations can go about. It's quite interesting, and it's Very underdeveloped and underutilized, but there are quite a few parts in the game where it does benefit you to say your word or to say something you think might help aid the situation.
So, how do we go about this, Rodko? Who does what? Ludmilla knows the location, so she will take point. She'll infiltrate the site and connect Ava to their network, giving her access to their system.
Once I'm hooked up, I'll only need a few minutes.
But if something goes wrong, my wife ends up on her own in enemy territory. I don't like it.
I'm going to be fine, Cahal. We've been preparing this for weeks. We've calculated the risks.
And if there's any sign of trouble, you and I go in and retrieve her. But I'd rather we stay covert. Ludmilla will have the easiest time on her own.
I'm heading out. I want to be done before daybreak. Take care of Adana while I'm away. I think she's going a little crazy all cooped up in here.
Don't worry, I'll talk to her. You just focus on your mission.
Cahal, I've got this. I love you. See you soon.
You see, unlike the Weaver, Cahal actually likes his wife. That is how we know he is a creature of the wild. It's insane, truly, I know. His conversation with Rodko afterwards only furthers this sentiment. He deeply cares for her and worries that something bad may happen. As anyone with a brain may guess, it does. Fairly soon.
If things don't go as planned, you can tear through as much Endron scum as you like to get her out. But for now, we stay put. Go. Rest while we wait.
Got everything squared away?
Not a lot to square away.
In our next conversation, we talk to Ava, the brains of the operation. She's a Garu like Kahan Rodko, but she's more about tech than she is about throwing hands directly.
Talk to your daughter yet?
No, not yet. I'm just heading her way. Hey, how you doing?
I'm bored out of my mind. There's nothing to do here, and it's wet and miserable.
We then speak to our whiny bitch daughter, who doesn't like it here. I mean, who can blame her? We're in a fucking cave. Still, she needs to learn to keep her mouth shut, and Cahal tells her to do so. Obviously, in a much nicer, fatherly way.
At Tarker's Mill, it's not like you've got me helping out with the mission or anything.
Getting sick of her complaining, Cahal goes to bed for the night.
Try to focus on the spirits. We'll be leaving this place soon.
Unfortunately, not even 5 seconds after trying to lay down, tragedy strikes.
Shit. Cahal, wake up. We're gonna need you.
Rodko tells Cahal that, a helicopter landed and shit's fucked, so get in there and go help, or else your wife may die.
Go now. Bring her back. There's no time to waste. My sister needs you.
On our way there, we see a deer. Yep, there's just a random deer overlooking an oil mining operation. Don't ask me, I don't have the answers, friend. Oh, and how could we forget easily my favorite tradition when playing this game practically yearly, dog stack. Stack of the dog. Look at that. Isn't it fucking beautiful? Back on track, it's time to go and infiltrate the Endron oil facility. Yeah, it goes about as well as you assumed it would.
Guards. Ludmilla, we've got a lot of company.
The arrival of the Endron exec has changed their setup. Tell me where you are.
I'm looking at the southern part of the outer fence.
Maybe it's because I'm mentally a
Shit ton
child,
of
but doesn't that
guards.
look like a giant pair
There's
of
no
dick
way I'll
and
be able to
balls?
make a move without being seen.
Southern part of the outer fence. Got it. There. That should distract them for a few minutes. But if a guard does see you...
He won't live long enough to raise the alarm. They sold their souls to Endron. They don't get any mercy.
Hell of a time for a malfunction. I'll go check it out.
We We expertly sneak our way past all of the guards and make our way to the terminal that we need to access. Of course, not before knocking out at least one guard because he's in our way.
Shit! Something's following me.
And this is when things start to go bad, as expected.
Keith!
Ludmilla, just hold on. Fuck! Rodko.
I heard. No more sneaking around. We fight. Now go. I'll meet you with Rafik.
I'm done fucking around.
Because Caine is a peaceful protester and an animal rights activist, he handled it in a calm and orderly manner where he discussed philosophy with his enemies to get them to stand down.
I'll open that for you.
With more of his opposition subdued through talks of peace and negotiations, Caine takes this opportunity to introduce one of his new friends to the out-of-bounds zone in order to spare more of his comrades. If you ask me why this place exists or how he made it through the roof of solid iron, well, I'd have to tell you that the wild works in mysterious and wonderful ways.
Ludmilla!
Call. Tell 80.
That she's adopted? Well, if you say so.
No! Please, no!
While I know this is supposed to be a very sad moment in the game, Caine's voice actor did a very, very poor job at displaying his character's sadness. I mean,
No, Ludmilla.
come on. This is the first boss in the game, the Black Spider Dancer who murdered your wife, as you probably saw a few seconds ago. He teaches you the core fundamentals of fighting a Garu, because God knows you will be fighting a lot of those this game. While technically he will be easier than most others you fight, given the fact he's the first boss, I think he does a pretty good job at showing you the ropes. You also unlock Frenzy during this fight, a mechanic that trivializes a lot of the fights in this game. Thankfully, besides for this encounter, you have to earn it and it doesn't last forever. Usually when you do activate it though, the fight is as good as done. Having just bested his opponent, he pulls open his mouth and feeds him a sleeping pill. However, greatly displeased in the fact that his wife is dead, Caine finally abandons his ways of peace and love to attack those he was at peace with and that he loved. He comes to regret this in about 3.2 seconds.
We need to go.
I bet his daughter will look nice.
Just reported back to base. Not that there's anything to report.
No kidding.
Though I guess we've got a special guest coming tonight.
Yeah, an Endron rep, no less. She should be here soon.
You know they're hiring, right? Think you'd ever make the move to Endron? Hey! What the...
clear, Dusk. We're good to go.
And in other news, Endrin is joining the fight against global warming. The energy company today announced that their new biofuel will be hitting the market soon.
In this clip, we see how much Cahal hates the radio.
Will be unveiled alongside the opening of their new
God, I hate
headquarters
the
in-
fucking radio. Cahal, we're here. You're up.
How much time do we have before they
Meet
notice the guards are
Cahal's
inside?
newest gay Iranian lover,
They reported in
Dusk.
by radio every
Why
hour.
he's named
It's
like
like
a
they're monitoring
DeviantArt
anything
persona,
from
I don't have an
explosives
answer
to
for
getting
you. However, again, the wild works in mysterious and
through the
wonderful
plan.
ways.
Just
Dusk
make
is
sure
helping
everything's
us on a
You've
job,
gotta
or I
swap the
think it might be
delivery
vice
label on a
versa.
crate of explosives
Either way,
intended for
we're
you.
getting a shipment
You
of
do that,
explosives
they'll
that we're
load us up with
stealing
smiles
from
on
one
their
megacorp
faces.
and giving to a
All you
bunch of
gotta
civil
do is
rights
open the gate to
activists.
their delivery
Why
bay
they
and
need
leave.
explosives,
I'll create
I
a
don't
diversion
know.
while you're exchanging.
As expected, we use our wolf form to sneak in and change out the labels on the boxes. Of course, because he's Iranian or Mexican, whatever matches his skin color best, he's racially profiled by the guards after we let him in. But because Cahal has ADHD and Alzheimer's, he forgets why he is here and is quickly distracted by the scent of money. That scent being of silver.
To check it out.
As one would expect, he finds a lot of it.
I knew I smelled it. Silver.
Deciding his greed is more important than a stable and smooth mission, Cahal goes off to see who was purchasing such an amount of silver. Before too long, he finds out it's the Garu's most natural enemy, a fucking Karen.
Endrin doesn't like waiting.
Oh, paying, clearly. You're not getting anything until Endrin is paid up. You can tell that to your President Watkins in person.
Well, fuck you two. Then we'll attack Tarker's mill without your help. And rest assured, Mr. Watkins will hear about this.
Tarker's mill. Hey!
Cahal, curious as to who the buyer was,
You and I need
goes
to
to
talk.
peacefully confront the
Who
man,
are you? How'd you
hoping
get in?
to find out more
I'm
information.
asking
You know what I do to men like you. I shatter their legs, gouge out their fucking eyes. Funny thing is, once I've gutted them and wrapped their intestines around their neck, they still beg me to spare them. These blind, broken men believe that they might survive, right up until they draw their last breath.
Jesus. What do you even want from me?
You obviously know what's happening at Tarker's mill. Don't pretend that you don't have a network.
That's some dangerous information. You sure you want to know?
Talk.
It turns out, Indron bought new facilities, as they always do, and they just so happen to be having a Garu problem. This man, like Indron, is not very smart. See, when you shoot a Garu, you don't kill it, you only piss it off. The situation successfully de-escalated, it was now time to leave and warn Tarker's mill.
We're too late. Engine is already here.
Well, that's not good. While this incredible work of art goes to play out, I would like to show you all some interviews I took earlier today. I was hoping for at least 3, but 2 will do. Put it back up. Alright, just so you know, I'm going to be using this for the purpose of my video. Do I have your consent to record this conversation?
Yeah.
We'll call you Lucas Arts. So, you are a resident of Washington State, yeah?
Correct.
Okay. LucasArts, I have a question for you. That's why I brought you here today. Do you think there are werewolves in Washington State Forest?
If you count Jamie, yes.
What would you do if these werewolves in Washington State Forest were real?
What would I do?
Yeah.
Depends. Are they sentient?
Yeah.
Like, can they communicate? Wait,
Yeah.
so they're just like actual werewolves, like they're people that
Yeah.
turn into
Yeah.
wolves. Oh, I'd probably go into the woods, butt naked, lay on the ground, ass up.
All right. Thank you, LucasArts. This is
no problem.
Insightful commentary. I appreciate it greatly. Thank you. I'll let you go now. Start recording. All right. Before we get this started, do you give me permission to use your voice in the upcoming video of mine?
Sure.
Okay. So, just to confirm, you live in Washington State, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you believe that there are werewolves in Washington State Forest?
Not currently.
Okay. What would you do if they did exist?
Try to get fucked by one.
Okay. Thank you. This went significantly quicker than the last person I interviewed. Thank you for your insightful commentary.
You're welcome.
As you can see, people like to fuck werewolves. Or maybe I just talk to sickos. I haven't really decided yet. Anyways, back to whatever's going on screen.
Things would have been far worse if you hadn't stepped in.
I just did what I had to do. Nothing more.
I honestly never thought I'd see your face again. Why'd you come back, Cahal?
Not having the heart to tell his former pack leader he came back to steal the silver before it was used, Cahal instead lies and tells him it was because of his daughter. Rodko, like an idiot, believes this and tells him to talk to Yafin while he decides if he should let Cahal help further or not. Yafin, of course, being the guardian spirit.
I'll think about it. Go pay your respects to Yafin and come back to me. Then we'll talk about the mine.
Before going to Yafin, Cahal stops by to make sure his gay lover is okay. Having stuck Cahal's balls in Dusk's jaws, he carries on with to do as Rodko asked.
It has been many a year since I last felt your presence, warrior.
Yafin welcomes Cahal back to the cairn, but tells him to go on a shitty fetch quest first.
I will if I can, but my priority is Endrin's training center.
Weaken the forces of the worm there, but never forget your brothers and sisters. Gaia needs you.
Because Cahal is a pushover, he does so begrudgingly.
You deserve to rest at last, Magnus. Go to Yafin. He's waiting.
Ah, Cahal. It's good to see you, old friend. Take care of the cairn.
Kitmona, return to Yafin. The cairn is safe.
Thank you, Cahal. Take care of those who remain.
Ceres, Gaia thanks you for your sacrifice. Now go. Yafin is waiting for you.
Save the forest, Cahal. Drive out the worm.
Given the fact the last spirit is behind the location we currently cannot get to, we'll have to hold off on this quest until then.
They killed my son.
He's lost a lot of blood. I don't know if he'll make it through the night. Has anyone told his wife yet?
And now we can finally see why Cahal needed all the money from that silver.
Out just before they
He's a
shot him.
crippling alcoholic. And now that we have enough spirits, it is time to buy the most single-handedly broken upgrade in this game.
I went to see Fen. He's gotten so weak. Please, Rodko, let me help you.
Rodko, having come to his senses, allows us to help at the mines.
Perfect. So we'll stay in radio contact.
Take the explosives and go. Good luck, Cahal.
Dusk, my friend. I owe you.
Now with access to the area we need to go, we can finish that fetch quest that Yafin put us on.
Go, Fianna warrior, and survive.
Leandra, be at peace. I will protect the cairn. Go to Efen.
Of course, Al. I'm glad I got to see you. One last time.
Iron Wind, your struggle is over. Efen is waiting for you.
Cahal, keep fighting. Protect the cairn for me.
Thank you, Cahal, for returning your Garu kin to my side. Their souls are now at peace. Now go, fight the worm and all who serve it.
Now, it's time to get back to what we were doing.
They're currently recruiting at their training center.
Then, perhaps I need to enlist.
This is one of the few instances that you can actually go through an area without enraging or attacking a single person.
You here to enlist?
Yeah, hear you've been having some trouble lately.
You hear correctly. We were attacked a few days ago. We pushed them back, but let's just say we're a little understaffed right now.
Despite being shady as fuck, we somehow convinced the man that we are a suitable candidate and are allowed to move forward deeper into the complex.
Welcome.
I'm here to be recruited.
You? How'd you make it
After entering the training facility completely, we are confronted by who I assume is the man's twin brother. He asked us some company questions such as how many raccoons can fit inside our asshole, as well as if Cahal likes cynicals or not. And after answering truthfully, he allows us to pass like the man at the front gate.
Head over to the waiting room. Someone will come get you new recruits in a few minutes.
Understood.
Because Cahal is both greedy and impatient, he decides to break into the mine because he doesn't want to wait to be recruited. The plan is simple. Break into the area, set a bomb on top of the propane gas line, and leave before it detonates and brings the entire building down on top of you. Of course, things are never so simple, and complications arise. One of my favorite parts of this game is just how much it draws from the actual World of Darkness and WTA lore. Otali's is actually a fast food branch in the World of Darkness, or more specifically Werewolf the Apocalypse. When I first played this game, I did a lot of googling to figure out what was going on, and it sparked a love for the story White Wolf RPG was trying to tell.
They're injecting something into their recruits.
We're aware. Endrin's soldiers reek of the worm. We've been trying for weeks to figure out just what's in that serum of theirs.
We find out while exploring the training facility that they're actually injecting their patients and volunteers with some kind of mixture. While right now we don't know what could be inside of it, we can take a couple of guesses.
2 months for
It has just hit me that we're 30 minutes into this review and I've yet to even mention how combat feels or is played. Combat revolves around two forms you can freely change between: swift and defensive. I'm sure they have other names, that's just what I'll call them. As you level up by completing objectives and collecting spirits, you can use your skill points to unlock new moves, as well as upgrades for your abilities and stealth capabilities. Combat feels good, although I'm probably the only person who thinks so. You usually do want to play stealth to dispatch as many enemies as you can before you enrage and put the rest in the dirt. Use your rage to activate your abilities, which you gain by attacking or stealth killing. There's more to it, but I'm sure you get the gist with what I've explained so far. Even on the hardest difficulty, there are only a few areas that will test your combat prowess, mostly including bosses. While making our way through the training facility, we stumble across a large room full of boxes of silver. Once we get to the end of it, trying to carry on our way towards the propane tank, we get stopped by, well, I'll let you watch.
Alert! All personnel. The security of this installation has been compromised.
I would like to clarify while fighting this, I had not played this game in well over 2 years and was incredibly rusty around this time. I only really started getting into the swing of combat around the 3 to 4 hour mark. Of course, we are able to push through and, well, kill the mech suit that we just fought, and carry on to plant the bomb, which is blocked by a man made of meat and muscle. We manage to take out all the security before we need to enrage, given that this is a forced combat segment. These new enemies pose an interesting challenge. While like the mechs are very tanky, they are also much quicker than the mech. So, they are a lot harder to put down. But, we still come out on top and manage to plant the bomb.
Set the explosives. The ventilation system.
We then click a terminal to stop the ventilation shaft from tearing us a new one while we walk through it and get the hell out of Dodge. As we escape, we find out that our daughter and Ava are returning to the cairn.
Nobody here.
Calm, not understanding the concept of personal privacy, decides to go to check her internet history. However, she manages to stop him before he finds anything incriminating.
You know I hate it when people mess
Angry
with my
with
stuff.
Cahal, she approaches with her penis out.
That's an impressive amount of equipment.
She then tells Cahal that he will have a lot of cock to suck if they want their relationship to go back to how it was.
You know, always knew you'd come back. It was just a matter of when. The mind.
Before they could prove some metis, Cahal's daughter shows up to cockblock him once again.
Cahal?
And to no one's shock,
Stop, Cahal.
she's still a whiny bitch.
I'm really not in the mood to hear you rewrite our family history.
Once we're tired of dealing with our dumb fucking daughter, we leave to go talk to Ava. Thankfully, she has her pants on this time.
How you doing, big guy?
What's Rod?
Thinking he spent enough time sitting and talking to her about her fat penis, Cahal decides to go and talk to Rodko. After all, a werewolf girl without her knot is like an angel without its wings.
So, were you able to talk with your daughter? So
We find out in this next conversation from Rodko that our next move on Indron is to attack the dam, We have to hack it in order to shut down its power for the final assault. We also find out that he is a PDF file who really likes Idana. A new mission from Rodko also means a new fetch quest for Finn. This time we have to go wake the animal spirits.
They must lend me their support against the worm.
Stag Spirit, awaken. Help Yfen to fight the worm.
Thank you for shaking me from my lethargy, warrior of Gaia. Yfen can count on me.
Fox Spirit, your sleep must end. Yfen needs you.
I hear you, warrior of Gaia, and I am now awake. Yfen has my aid.
Hear me, Raccoon Spirit. Wake up. Answer Yfen's call.
The worm has taken advantage of my slumber. But no longer. Yfen can count on me.
Bear Spirit, wake up. Hear Yfen's call.
I have slept for far too long. I did not feel the worm spreading. Yfen can count me among his stalwart allies. The guardian spirits are among us once again.
After dealing with Yfen's brain rot, we go to check in with Declan to go over the plan one more time.
Hey, Cahal, right?
Unfortunately for us, he has as little as a clue as how to do this as we do, but he does tell us to go hunt down a woman in there named Victoria Volks.
Ava, I'm at the entrance to the site.
Good. The dam is down below. I'll give you the targets once you're in.
Lucky for us, Ava and Adana intend to fill us in.
First rodeo.
Cahal was not aware of this until now, but Rodko, in an attempt to swoon Adana, was preparing to create a diversion outside the dam.
Just got a ping on Victoria Volk's badge. Can you see those windows upstairs at the end of the room? That's where she is.
Perhaps I'll pay her a visit.
And pay her a visit, Cahal does.
Victoria Volks?
That's right. If you want something, be quick about it. I'm busy. Who are you anyway? Stand by for your instructions or anyone you send.
Using his remarkable, sparkling charm, Cahal convinces the woman that he's a part of the Indron Intelligence Division. He inquires about any possible reasons the activists would want to get at her, letting her know that the biofuel is what Indron suspected. After talking to her for a while, she tells him that her PC is open on the files he'd need access to and hands over her badge.
I've got the data. We're good.
Now, with yet another side quest over, allow us to get back to what we were doing.
Turbines.
And my men are staying right here. Major
Once again, to be a man of peace, Cahal uses some of his wild magic he learned in order to become a house cat. In this new form, Cahal finds it extremely easy to get past all of the guards because all of them are going, "Aww! Oh, what a cute kitty! Look at it! Aww!" Unaware to the fact that it is hacking into their system and fucking with their power.
They'll make it look like everything's still up and running. Andrin won't notice a thing.
That's the last terminal sorted.
The receptors are ready, Ava. I'm on it. Okay, I'm in the dam's control system now. Good to go. I've identified a vehicle exit. I'll open it for you.
While making our way to the exit, we swap out this form, not wanting anyone else to know our secret. And like that, we have successfully performed another smooth operation. On our way back, we find the site where Rodko staged the ambush? This is a terrible... What? There's like 3 bodies! Cahal? Cahal, no! Cahal! Setting aside another reason to hate Cahal, we now go to speak to the group. After all, we have one final place left to attack.
You'll have to be quick.
3 minutes is all I need. And then our problems are solved.
Ava, you'll be in charge of coordination. I'm counting on you. Cahal, we'll meet in the area that links their outpost to the fracking site.
Okay, we'll draw less attention that way. But if the outpost raises an alarm...
Declan and I will jam their communications, just in case.
Adana, you go about your normal workday until you get the signal. Everyone else, we attack this evening. I wish you all the best of luck.
With everything planned out, all that's left is to execute it and see how things go. Of course, nothing could go wrong.
Now it's our turn. I'm headed for the refinery. We'll meet up when it's over. Good luck, brother.
And you, Rodko. I see the terminal.
Connect me.
Oh boy, my favorite. Another force combat section. With that over, it's time to move on to our next task.
Time to work my magic. I'm on their network, but we got a problem. Yeah, shit. They've changed their encryption. We're going to have to bring down their whole network if we want to unlock the door to those servers.
Tell me how.
Ava, the flare stacks. That'd be the fastest way.
Oh, you're right. We use the pressure controller on the flare stacks to force a system reboot. That'll unlock the whole site.
Dad, can you see the flare stacks? The big towers with flames coming out the top? You need to place Ava's relays on those terminals.
That's a one done.
Ava, I've connected you to the first flare stack.
Good. Keep it up.
We've got this.
And now 2.
I've put the relay on the second flare stack.
Go. 80. As soon as Rodko blows the refinery, I'll reboot the system. You've got 2 minutes max to copy the data. Are you ready?
Just say the word.
Now, Rodko.
On it.
Remember what I said? Absolutely nothing can go wrong.
The alarm's going off.
Would you look at that? Something went wrong.
Forget about the data.
They're coming. They're...
How do I get to her?
The elevator in the center of the site. It's the quickest way.
Rodko,
Already on my way. Almost there.
find my daughter.
And another force combat segment. Now with that distraction out of the way, allow us to keep going and rescue our daughter.
I'm coming.
Because of the previous segment, we were too late, and Rodko gave in to his rage. Very, very unhappy with the fact that his child wife has been abducted. We walked through his path of carnage and end up at the door before his fight.
He slaughtered them all.
Damn it. I have eyes on Adana. They've taken an elevator to the roof. She's still unconscious.
And Rodko?
He's a few rooms ahead of you. I think he's given in to his rage, Cahal.
No, not you, Rodko.
Please, Cahal, you have to do something.
It's time to kill the Silver Fang.
Is it? I can't find it. I have to find it. What is a werewolf without his child wife? Werewolf wife. What's that smell? Wow. You balls. Hand over that thing. You're Connie.
No. Brother.
Through the power of peace and love, we managed to convince him to stand down and that we are not a little girl.
They've taken her. I'm sorry. I could not resist my rage.
I know, my friend. No one could blame you.
She's all that's left of my sister. Find her. Protect her. For Ludmilla.
In a hurry, we make our way to the roof, although we're too late.
No!
Wait, I know you.
I am Richard Watkins, Endron's CEO. I've been keeping tabs on you for a long time.
Then you knew.
Of course. Your little attack, your little plans. We knew everything. I've been trying to identify you for some time. You can't imagine all the wonderful things we'll be able to accomplish with you. Losing a few sights was a small price to pay. I've got great hopes for you, my dear.
Mr. Watkins, we'll be at our destination in 2 hours.
What have you done to me?
Sweet dreams.
With the thought of our daughter's abduction fresh on our mind, we must take a step back and try to find a new way to get to her. In the process of this, we come across the new enemy type. This one, however, takes a lot more than helping put down.
That creature stank of worm. Endron's decided to pull out all the stops.
Cahal, Endron set up these new weird pumps. I don't know what they're injecting into the earth, but Ethan is suffering.
Cahal, the forces of the worm have returned. They spread unfettered across.
Well, I guess it's time to go and break those pumps then.
One down. destroyed. Good riddance.
The worm is on the ebb, but its servants still live. Ready yourself. They are here, and they are waiting for you.
Ignoring the fact that somehow Injon, I guess, has achieved warp technology. How the fuck did she get up here? Like, that's come from the waterfall. How did she sneak up on us? I'm at a loss. We're almost done with this. I guess, yeah. Let's put it into Tank Girl. You know, remember her? The hit villain who showed up for, like, the first 20 minutes of the game?
What?
Stay calm! This changes nothing! Collect his fucking head!
I'll put about as much effort into editing this fight down as Nacon did into writing her character.
I'm not afraid of you. What? Oh, damn it! No!
As is expected with him, Cahal once again stands victorious over his foe. Cahal tells him that, hey, our pack leader's dead and my daughter's abducted, I need to go get her, but Yafin hits him with one final, go do this side quest for me, bozo.
From which you drove them. I need your help to drive the worm from here permanently. Find them.
And what do you guess? Cahal, the pushover he is, goes and does it. With Yafin's final side quest over, it's finally time to go and check the computer. After all, we did get a text from Dusk. Well, it looks like the boys group chat got leaked, so Cahal's going to prison. Fuck. If you all enjoyed this, let me know. I wanted to try something new. I went a lot of this video about a script and kind of just free-mouthed it. Edited out a lot of issues, as you can tell by my mess up there. I'll split this into 2 parts, and we'll see how long it takes me, because this already took me like 3 days of non-stop work, like the last video. Everyone, be kind to one another, be safe, and I'll see you all probably in the next video. Goodbye.